Good morning and welcome to another edition of Relevant News. Today is March 24th, 2014. Russia continues to declare it has no activity on Ukrainian border. According to Russian Times, Moscow, no troop buildup or undeclared military activity near Ukraine borders. Russia is observing all international agreements on troop limits in regions bordering Ukraine, the Russian Defense Minister said, adding that the foreign missions inspectors can confirm that. The statement was made in response to reports by several foreign media outlets over concentrations of thousands of Russian servicemen on the Russian-Ukrainian border. Sergei Shogorov says we are very transparent in the manner, informed of all of them about the real situation on Russian-Ukrainian border. He also stressed that Russia has no intention to concentrate troops there. Following recent probes by foreign missions in Russia of Ukraine's bordering regions, foreign inspectors came to the conclusion that Russian armed forces are not undertaking any undeclared military activity that would threaten the security of neighboring countries. Folks, it's interesting that the Russian Times would have an article stating that Russia has no concentration of troops on the Ukrainian border. It is also interesting with today's media that we haven't seen more blogs and more posts about the real feelings out of the people from Crimea and in the Ukraine come across the internet. So keep your eyes open on this one. A very interesting development with Israel, as Israel closes embassies all over the world as diplomats go on an indefinite strike. Interesting to me that dignitaries that serve their country would go on strike and leave the country completely abandoned with its foreign counterparts. Another story to keep our eyes on here, folks. Employees of the Israel Foreign Ministry went on an all-out strike Sunday for the first time in the country's history over a dispute surrounding workers' salary and conditions. This dispute has been ongoing for nearly 2 years. 7 months of negotiations ended on March 4th when workers rejected a proposal by the finance ministry. Israel ambassadors abroad will not go to work. No consular services will be available, and Israel will not be represented at any international gatherings during the strike. Even the foreign ministry's political leadership and management will be locked out. The strike is indefinite and will affect everyone, including employees bringing foreign workers to Israel for work, immigrants, and anyone who wants to travel into Israel, including foreign dignitaries. Today is the first time in Israel's history that the foreign ministry will be closed and no work will be done in any sphere under the ministry's authority, a statement by the ministry's Workers' Committee. Folks, this is a very big deal. I can't imagine a country that's involved as much as Israel pulling everything out. Even if the workers were on strike, you would imagine that the government would implement some kind of emergency order. They're pulling their people home for some reason, so it's definitely a story we want to keep our eyes open. In UFO news, StreetCap 1 of YouTube caught this UFO at the space station today on March 22nd. This object seems to have matched speed with the International Space Station. After the UFO shows up from nowhere, it slowly fades away. We can only see the outer edge of the craft, but it is enough to tell us that this is one massive UFO. Astronaut Leroy Choi witnessed 5 UFOs during a spacewalk on the International Space Station back in 2005. The pioneering astronaut who served as commander of the International Space Station 9 years ago finally speaks up about the UFO sighting that he experienced from October 2004 to April 2005. Chow stayed in the International Space Station to carry out a space mission. According to the Liberty Voice report, the astronaut took a stroll outside of the International Space Station with Russian cosmonaut Sharapov to install the navigational antennas at 230 miles above the Earth and 17,000 miles per hour. It was at that time that Chow noticed some lights flew by at a faster speed. I saw some lights that seemed to be in a line, and it was almost like an upside down check mark. I saw them fly by, and I thought it was awfully strange. Very interesting UFO update there, and more evidence from credible astronauts that they're seeing stuff up in our atmosphere. One day there'll be a recognized disclosure, and I look forward to it. Have a wonderful day.